this is probably the first disaster movie that I ever saw in theaters. It was in 1997, and like I said, I've wanted to review this one for years. Now that I have that chance, I'm not going to overlook it. On that note, here's my review on Dante's Peak. Now, I admit some people found this movie rather implausible, and then there are those who felt the exact opposite, to say the least. The premise involves for those that haven't seen it, the premise involves this town about to win an award, and Pierce Brosnan, who plays the primary volcanologist, in spite of his team that come to help him out, trying to determine what's going on within the volcano. When Pierce Brosnan and his team discover that there's something going on with the volcano in this town, well, I hate to put it this way, in this case, the possibility of the volcano erupting, well, the timing isn't the best, considering the town's winning an award for the second best place to live in the United States. He enlists. Well, let me start by saying this: the mayor is played by Linda Hamilton, for those that haven't seen it. And Linda Hamilton, who I think is best well known as Sarah Connor in the Terminator movies. I was very impressed because she was nothing like Sarah Connor. I mean, even in the first one, she got stronger than she thought was even possible. But in the second one, she was almost what you call a female warrior. Maybe we'll get to those later. I don't know. I did indeed see this one in theaters. As a matter of fact, I saw it twice. It was actually, like I said, it was my first one in theaters. And yes, the special effects definitely helped make it work, involving most of the volcanic eruption. The only problem is that Pierce Brosnan's team, as well as his manager, were a lot more skeptical throughout half the movie. But when the evidence revealed itself, I didn't expect it quite that way. And when this volcano erupts, oh my gosh, does it ever erupt? There was even one character, right as the mountain's blowing up, when she says, "Looks like it's about to blow its top." Well, she wasn't kidding. And the problem was, when the eruption first started, it started off with a bunch of earthquakes, which I thought was pretty neat, but I'm not sure if that's how things work in real life. Now granted, Dante's Peak, volcano, and Pompeii. Now, granted, Pompeii apparently was the most destructive, because, like I said, the whole town was destroyed. Dante's Peak, well, it depends on how you look at it, I guess. One thing I liked about this movie was, of course, Pierce Brosnan and Linda Hamilton. There was one other element that I thought really helped make this work. Actually, there were several. But this was also by a director that I like the fact that he's not exactly etched in stone with his particular genres that he works with. I did see Species, but quite frankly, if that one wasn't anywhere near as good as I was hoping it would be. But I'm not going to bother to review that one because, frankly, because it's so far in the past, and I just did not like it, I'm not even going to bother with that one. The eruption effects, I don't know, some found those unrealistic, some didn't even find them believable. The movie, yeah, from what I've heard, it did have some cliched characters, but, once again, why does that movie make a movie worthless? Because in my opinion, it doesn't. The cliched thing is getting really, really old when it comes to critics. And, frankly, as much as I like making these reviews, I'm not judging whether or not I like it or not based on cliches, or what's been done and what hasn't. So, Linda Hamilton's two children, the actors playing them, they do a pretty good job. But there's one character, aside from Pierce Brosnan's leader in the volcanologist team, that I didn't care much for. The crew leader pretty much came through when the evidence revealed itself. But there's one character that I just had a very hard time even caring about, and that was Linda Hamilton's ex-mother-in-law. I didn't care much for her, even though, well, towards the end, as was pretty clear, this eruption was going to be pretty bad. The final eruption I thought was pretty convincing. As for the devastation that was created by the volcano, I thought that was pretty convincing as well. Now, thank goodness I've never had to witness one of these firsthand, because to be honest with you, I really don't want to. So, on that note, if you like disaster movies, regardless of from what time frame or whatever, you still may want to give this one a chance. Because I certainly enjoy it. I saw it twice in theaters. So, I don't even have a bias against this movie because I like it a lot. And I can go and watch it again if I really wanted to. Excuse me. So on that note, just check it out. For disaster movies and the cast alone, it is definitely worth it. Thank you.